Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm just gonna be, oh my god, it's pink, bit like my brand. I'm gonna have some of my divine chocolate. And I wanted to speak to you about something super important. It's a part of entrepreneurship that I didn't expect. And I think it's something that no one I know has ever really spoken about. I've just realized I'm very on brand with my colors. And that's the fact that entrepreneurship literally exposes you. It strips you back and it really shows you your strengths and it shows you your limitations. It shows you where you're downplaying yourself and it shows you where you're not fully choosing yourself either. Now, the point that I want to make is I speak a lot online about you want to hit 5 or 10k months, you want to be confident on camera, you want freedom and all of these things. And I talk about the professional success that you want. Something I haven't really touched on, but it's a massive part of my own journey when it comes to identity shifting and just becoming who I really am by disrupting my old rules, by reprogramming my limits and beliefs, is the personal upgrade I've had in my life when it comes to who I am and how I show up. I'm so authentic, I'm so myself, I'm playful, I'm professional, I show my personality, I sing, I dance, I do all of the things and I feel so safe in it. The reason I can now be myself is because I chose me. What this means is when I was growing up, I was never the girl who felt like she fit in. At school, I didn't have the massive friendship group. I would say I got picked on a bit. I didn't really felt like I belonged. It came to PE and stuff and I was always picked last. I actually made some notes on this as well, just so that I'm not completely waffling at you. I wrote down that I didn't fit in at school, I didn't have solid friendships, I never felt listened to even at home. I did feel a bit unloved, a bit dismissed. I felt like an outsider at times. I always carried the weight of the world on my shoulders. And I didn't realize it until I'd gone into entrepreneurship for a few years. And what essentially happened is I realized that I do have these limitations around who I am, and that stopped me from fully performing in the business. Now, the reason this is so important is when you are the girl who didn't fit in, when you are the girl who fully expressed herself and then got judged or got told that she's too much or felt like she didn't belong and then gave that a meaning that people don't like her, you have all of these stories from your past self, and what you need to realize is you are just a grown-up version of that past self. Now, what happened is your past self created rules for herself around who she had to be to feel like she belonged, because when you were younger you didn't feel like you belonged, so you had to change, right? And what happens when you do this is your subconscious is then on high alert, always looking out for danger and looking out for, they don't like me so I have to do this, they've said that so that means this, and it's taking on all of these rules, right, to make sense of the world but also to give you a sense of safety. So what happened is you became a version of you who had to perform to be chosen, who had to become somebody else in order to be chosen. But in entrepreneurship, you're not chosen because you're somebody else, you get chosen when you're yourself. And also, yes, it's true for entrepreneurship, but it's also true in your personal life. You will be your happiest, you will be your most authentic. When the camera's on and the camera's off, you will be truly happy when you choose yourself, when you actually decide that you are always enough, that you are never cringy, you are never too loud, you are never too, all the things, you was never meant to be in the box that you got put in. You was never meant to wear the mask that you have been wearing. And the best thing you can do in your life, professionally and personally, is disrupt the rules, is actually choosing your younger self and actually choosing to love her, because your past self, she just wanted to be loved, and because she wanted to be loved, she changed who she was in order to fit in order to get approval. But your past self, all she wants and all she wanted was love. So the best thing you can do is go through a healing journey. I done mine through subconscious reprogramming and completely disrupted all the rules, all the patterns. And essentially with that, we didn't just sit in the problem, cry about it for hours. We went back to past events, we changed meanings of past events. I was able to see my past self in these scenarios, and being the adult that I am today, change the meanings that she gave those events, which changed my identity. I was also then able to future pace it and then go into my future self, and essentially it completely blows my mind, the work that I do now. But what I'm trying to say is your past self just wanted love. Loving thing you can do right now is to love yourself enough to disrupt the rules and actually become the truest version of you, the one who isn't apologetic, the one who isn't afraid of being too much, right? Best thing you can do is choose yourself. In entrepreneurship, as soon as you choose yourself, the truest version of you, you disrupt all the patterns and you fully are just you. That's when you're chosen, because you choose you first. And this isn't about anyone else's appraisal or validation. This is about honestly fixing the relationship you have with yourself, because when you do that, you're expressive. You do not care about judgment anymore, because actually what I've realized by doing the subconscious reprogramming is how judgment isn't a thing. Judgment is projection, right? I have no fear of judgment. I will sing and dance on the street. I will say what I want to say. I will laugh loud. I am not scared to be myself because I'm being my true self. And the only reason I'm able to do that is because I disrupted the rules. It's because I chose my past self. I'm not saying like you have to do exactly what I done, but let me tell you, like the power of subconscious reprogramming is no joke. Like it is so incredible, because again, we're not just sitting in it, we're not just talking about it, we're not just feeling sorry for our past selves, we're actually connecting with her. You get to connect with her, you get to see her, you get to see the events, and then you get to disrupt the patterns. You have this loving relationship with yourself, and then life just feels so much better. So much better. So I just wanted to share that as a bit of an insight, and you will watch this video when you need to hear it the most. But like I said, entrepreneurship is going to completely crack you open. It's going to see where you're hiding. You're going to see like the walls you have up and where you're afraid to be your true self. We have to get rid of the rules, and that is the most important thing that you can do, and it's only when you do that can you be fully expressed. There is another part to this video that I wanted to share, and I basically wrote in my notes that what we want to do is we also just want to get super clear on what you want and why you want it. Okay, now what I mean by this is I don't just mean like I want a 6-figure business, I want 5k months, I want 10k months, I want money, freedom, happiness, and like surface level stuff. I want you to like deep down ask yourself, what do you want? And I again want you to like connect to your inner child. When people used to speak about inner child, I used to be like, that's so woo woo, like what does that mean, blah blah blah. But now that I've had the transformation and I'm sat here, I'm like, oh my god, I'm my true self, because I am actually my younger version of me who has no rules and just has freedom to be herself, right? So I just want you to think about like, why did you go into entrepreneurship? Why did you decide to take the biggest risk, which is to go completely solo, have your own business? A lot of people will say, I want to change industry, I want to help clients, but I want you to be selfish for a moment. Why did you decide to go into entrepreneurship? And I want you to connect to your inner child, right? So for example, let's say you decided to be a business owner because you want freedom. Okay, what does freedom mean to you? Does it mean travel? And if it means travel, then what is it that your past self didn't have that made you say, I want a life where I get freedom, right? So I wrote down in my notes, where is freedom? You didn't go on holidays growing up, but it always looked nice when your friends went on holidays. So you decided when you was younger, I'm going to make that a reality for me. I'm going to be the person that gets to go on holiday as much as them. Maybe I can't right now because of my circumstance, that's okay. We're not here to shame parents or whoever brought you up, but we're here to go, okay, it's my responsibility to connect with the goals I have and why I actually want them. So if you want the freedom, is it because you want adventure? Is it because you grew up and you didn't belong, you felt like you didn't belong in your hometown? So when you grew up, you're like, I'm getting out of here. I'm building a life where I get out of my hometown. Do you see how that's going to give you drive and desire to go for the life that you want? Why did you go into entrepreneurship? If it's freedom, what does that freedom mean to you? Like, where in your life did you decide, I want a life of freedom? Connect with that. Let's say that the goal is money, right? Did you decide to go into entrepreneurship to make more money because you didn't have money growing up and you decided, I want to be someone who is actually financially free and financially abundant? If that is you and if that is your story, then just really think about, okay, cool, like I wanted more money because when I was younger I didn't have X, Y, and Z, so that's actually why I'm in this, right? So again, connect to your past self. Like, what is it that she wanted? You're going to feel this like inner sense of purpose, and also that achievement is going to be like, oh, like I've always wanted this thing, right? And then you're going to also disrupt the patterns and rules of like, don't be greedy, don't ask for too much, because like, no, I said that I was going to make this life for myself, so I owe it to myself to go after it. And I just want you to go like a layer deeper. Like, why do you really want this? What does this really mean to you? What does it mean to your past self? What does it mean to that younger version of you? What is the purpose behind all of it? Because you didn't take this risk for absolutely no reason. And I just want you to be so honest and connect with that why. Final part to this video is just for me to also say that that's the reason why you cannot afford to play small anymore. You cannot afford to stay in this current position. You cannot afford to not upgrade your past self story. You cannot afford to not go for it. You said that you wanted this life. You said that you owe it to yourself to go for it. And the only thing that's stopping you from going for it is because you never chose yourself. So first of all, we need to choose you. We need to find out exactly why you want the life that you want. You're going to have so much desire and purpose behind it. And then we need to realize you cannot afford to not go for it now. Right now, the reason that, business and everything feels so hard, or the reason that you're struggling with content, marketing, sales, is all because of the past stories. It's because of these limitations. It's because what you saw, heard, and felt when you was growing up. We literally get to disrupt that. And when we do that, business stops feeling hard. Your guard drops. You no longer have this heavy weight on your shoulders or just this heaviness of like on your neck. You finally get to express yourself and be you, and you're not afraid of anything because you have no limitation. Now, this is why I do what I do. And honestly, I am not here to sell you anything. Like, you know where I am. You know what my Instagram is. If you're new around here, then I'll leave my Instagram over here and you can just drop me a follow. But essentially, the reason that I wanted to do this video is I refuse to let you stay here. I refuse for you to watch this video and then decide, okay, cool, well, I'm going to think about it. I'm just going to, sit on the sideline. We know that your current identity is not getting into the life that you want because you're capped, you're holding back, you're avoiding tasks. past, not because you don't want to do it, but because there is literally a barrier. It's because you second guess yourself. You second guess what you can do, what you say, and that's keeping you here. So what I've done is I've created a space where women get to rewrite these stories and these rules by one-to-one work with me. We disrupt the patterns, we upgrade the identity. You have to choose to upgrade your life. You have to choose to upgrade your identity. You have to choose to choose yourself, because you didn't choose yourself when you was younger because you didn't know how to, but you have to choose yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself enough to connect to who you really are, unleash yourself from all these rules and these past behaviors that aren't getting you to where you want to be. As soon as you can do all of that, if you can be yourself, oh my God, everything comes into you, okay? So maybe this is the moment that you stop waiting to be picked and you start becoming the woman who chooses herself. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said, I'll leave my Instagram down below. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.